let me start by, I'm Dan Wand, a forester with the Colorado State Forest Service. I've got 2 young foresters that have been with the agency for about a year, and they're out there lost somewhere evidently, but they should be joining us shortly. Glad you got that on their video there. You know, this is an event, it's a day for one of our stars to shine here, and that would be Peter Prina with his forestry program. And I've been able to work with Peter now for a number of years, and it's definitely been a joy, just like the other landowners that I work with. But Peter's been doing such a great job, and I'm not going to take away any of his, because you will find out, he's very eloquent about how he communicates, I guess, what his forestry program's all about and why he got in it and so forth. As I was looking through my file, I came across my original work order to work with Mr. Prina. And in my note here, I say, you know, when we're going to meet and what we're going to do. So, my note says, meet Peter at the Circle Supermarket. That kind of dates it right there. It's been a while ago. That's history. Meet him in Pagosa, 9:30 a.m. on the 4th of July. Then I have a comment. White hair, may be wearing a noticeable hat.
Years ago I was on some legal business in Manhattan, and you probably have all heard of Greenwich Village, but there's also a place down in the southern part of Manhattan Island called Soho. And Soho is by Greenwich Village, and there I was walking around, and came across a Western shop. I went in there, and they specialized in old Western apparel. And they had old jeans and old boots and old hats and old chaps and so forth. And it would tell the name of the ranch they came from and the name of the cowboy that used them and how many years and so forth. And they had some old hats, and you wouldn't believe the prices they were asking for those old hats that somebody could hang on their wall with that card, you know, that information card. So there's still a future for this hat.
What the tree farm system tries to do, in my opinion, as much as anything, is give private landowners the information and the tools they need for making good decisions on their forest land. And then we can get out of the way and let them do good things in their woods.
I don't know how to emphasize enough how special this kind of thing has been for me at this point in my life. I don't expect to be on this earth forever, but I'm so pleased that I'm able to enjoy this earth, this planet that we're on, in a way that I have never so fully enjoyed it up to this point in time. It's been a growing thing and an expanding time, and I can truly say I've had no more special time on my own property as a steward of our lands than I've had in this last month. And I suspect a month from now I'll feel the same way about the month that is coming up now. And so it's a true reward for a lot of work that I did years and years ago. I was born into a home with a father who was a wonderful man, and his wife was a wonderful mother. My dad did not have a high school education. His dad had died when my dad, the oldest of 9 children, was starting into high school. And he worked and he worked and he worked, and he taught me how to work. And he taught me how to work extra. And so when I began practicing law, after putting myself through law school, I said, you know, I want to be able to do something with some of this that is going to be very rewarding way down the line, and I can think of nothing more special than working property, being in a place like this, just simply being here. You see a stump like that, kind of marvel at what it used to be like, and then dream kind of what it will be someday, even if you don't live to see it. And that's one of the things you have to be willing to accept is, I'm going to put in a lot of time and effort doing something that I'll never really see the final result of. But I'm treating it the way it ought to be treated, and other people's lives will be blessed in the future because I am treating it the way it ought to be treated. Dan, thanks to you and to your your office and to the thanks to the State Farm Committee and thanks to the Colorado State Forestry Department, all the people that supervise and manage these programs, because they're great partners to have.